Let's see if my record sleeve is in this record shop window. I was just passing and I thought, well, that sleeve is collecting dust. And I said, well, the lad inside, I went in, I said, I'll lend you this old sleeve out from the 1920s if you want, a record shop that used to be here in the town centre. And the 1920s record lounge was there where the chicken village is. Can you hear me above this gale force wind? Close my visor. Yes, high vis, you all spotting me. Thank you, thank you. But the chap that owns the shop is called Steve Bamber. I'll ask Steve when he comes in next week. I might send a little message on Facebook. I know it's no big deal, but it is a record shop and it's a point of interest. So it might just grab people's attention. I used to work in marketing briefly at Ultraframe. They didn't like my ideas, so every brochure for the conservatory shown 2 women holding cups of coffee sat on a bamboo settee gossiping in a conservatory. And I suggested different brochures, more up to date. I said, why not have a load of lads sat on a huge settee or a 3-piece suite watching the football on a huge 75-inch television with a surround sound system, drinking beer with a big fridge in the corner. Have that on brochures. What? I said, or have a lad's playroom, a jukebox, a fruit machine, a pool table and a mini bar in the corner. So they didn't like that idea. The other idea was a snowy scene. Can you hear me? A snowy scene, although we haven't had any snow this year, have we? A snowy backyard, a back garden with a conservatory, with the husband clearing a path to the back door. But inside the conservatory is his wife in a bikini, reclining on a lounger with the heating full on because you can get underfloor heating, to emphasise the benefits of winter sunshine. You know what I mean? Because it often is nice and sunny following a snowstorm. And that bright sunshine can be sunbathing, you know what I mean? Anyway, they didn't like that idea. So stuff them. People are still buying conservatories, I wonder. You think it'd be a finite thing because they last so long, although Ultraframe are now replacing all the plastic roofs they sold with glass roofs. Replace our plastic with glass. More thermo efficient, blah blah blah. Anyway, I've just been watching a good film, Robin Williams. I've never seen it before. He rented a, what do they call them, RV, and went off into the lakes and mountains and forests with his family, but it was all a ploy because he had a business meeting and he ended up getting fired. He was adventures in this RV, ended up sinking in a lake. I've never seen it before. I forgot what it was called now. Poor Robin. Did he sell things due to developing dementia and he didn't want to decay into a care home, so he decided that's it, forget it. It's a shame. Although I think he was a heavy cocaine user, wasn't he? So I think the balance of his mind must have been disturbed. We're all going to die, aren't we? So why bloody do yourself in if you're not in pain? Maybe you're getting forgetful and you thought, oh, sod this. I keep wondering about my mate Brian that lived in this town. Why did he decide to do it? I know he was depressed after losing his job, which he'd had for 35 years. But what did he do with all his redundancy money? Although the place went bust, maybe he'd been told he hadn't been paid out. I tried to find out off his niece, but she wouldn't communicate on Facebook. Maybe she didn't want to talk about it. No use talking about it because it won't bring them back, will it? Where am I going? Well, I was given a number of that shop I got the sticky back plastic from. Give me a ring, I get some more in. Well, I thought, no, I'll go down on my bike. He might not understand what I'm saying on the phone. And also, I got that watch for work, and it's too nice to wear for work. I nearly scratched it the other day on some sharp aluminium. Even though it was only 20 quid, I thought I'll get another one just for work. You know, you shouldn't wear your all-day watch, your weekend watch for work, should you? Although the one I've got my eye on in Argos is more expensive, it's £25. Giant puddle again. Yeah, that stall on Blackburn Market I got it from, he used to sell Henley watches, £15. They were nice and chunky, and they lasted for ages. Yeah, my commute to work, a girl went straight through that giant puddle. I think he's just done the same. A huge splash and splashed the car next to her. I don't think she realised we're a big puddle and it's about 4 inches deep. Do not drive through puddles. Where's that siren coming from? So, yeah, I've got a variety of ways of going to that shop. I could go on the motorway, I think I will. Yeah, magpie. Magpie. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret never to be told. See this acceleration? 3rd gear, 4th gear. I'm not accelerating now. Don't accelerate on a when you're banked over. There we are. There we are. Gear, 6th gear, there we are. 6th gear is more of an overdrive. Sorry Albert, I'm not going to syndicate you left, you tell him I'm not going to zoom past this van. Look at that, skid marks again. Do you not always panic when you see emergency lorries, emergency brake lines? You know, they skidded to a halt. Why? Shed his load, someone braked suddenly in front, he had to swerve. Everyone should just slow down. Shouldn't need to make an emergency braking action. Take it easy. Yeah, another one here, look. Take it easy, take it easy. Let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Lighten up if you still can. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Take it easy. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. I've been trying to get my old video player going. I've got one that works alright but hasn't got the original remote, so I can't adjust the hi-fi sound. But the other one, which you can adjust the sound on, won't bloody play tapes. I just put a head cleaner through it. It's only a Spike Milligan, audience with Spike Milligan 1990. And I uploaded it a couple of years ago on my Beatles channel because there's a Beatles connection. Old Spike was a friend and neighbour of the McCartneys. And in fact Paul wanted old Spike to read one of his touching little poems at Linda's memorial service, but he had to decline because he was in a very fragile state. And they got David Bailey, the photographer, to read it instead, which wouldn't have been at all the same. Look at this. Yeah, Albert. Thank you. So, if it's a Panasonic that won't work. I was wondering, should I go on eBay again, but that was a kerfuffle last time I got a bloody VCR via eBay, bloody hell. First one didn't. I said, are you sure it works? Have you tested it? Well, no, but I'm sure it works. Before I stored it away, it worked. And it didn't, it just chewed the bloody tape up. And he says, tell you what, I'll give you a full refund of the £20. Another one was, he said, hardly used, mint condition, Panasonic. And it was in mint condition, a 6-head, hi-fi stereo, but it was so old it didn't even have a bloody SCART lead on, the 21-pin blocks, the SCART leads. It was so old it just had RCA connectors, yellow for video and left and right stereo, red and white. Anyway, when that come delivered by Hermes, there were a big lump in the bloody box, and it's obviously been stood on, and the door was hanging off the video. And I said, are you sure it was mint when you sent it? Yes, that's Hermes, someone's obviously stood on it in the van. Bloody silly sods. And I said, well, he said, do you want to return it? I said, never mind. I said, it still works, I'll just pop the door off. And now I've got a piece of cardboard with black felt on to stop the dust going in. But you can't adjust the stereo on that. I'll check when I get home. I don't even know why I'm bothering. Some git, instead of enjoying the Spike Milligan tip, the sound is faulty, it's crackling, and it seems to drift from mono to stereo. Well, yes, you can still hear it, so never mind. They're always nitpicking onto these knobs, trolls. But it is bad, the sound is bad. Plus the video flickers here and there, so I thought I'll have a go uploading it again. And if I have trouble with it, I'll just abandon the idea. Don't know why I bother. Nothing's monetized, it's just for a fellow enthusiasts that like old Spike Milligan. Another ambulance. What's going on? Is it car accidents or elderly people having falls? Right, Bennington Street down here. Speed camera, what am I doing? Oops, I'm suddenly doing 30 instead of 35. People have been booked, haven't you, for doing 35? I got a ticket. All the tickets these days, 40, 60 quid. Still that bloody roadworks. What are they doing? Now then, what's the betting that they don't have any more sticky back plastic in stock? They actually sold little mouse traps. I thought maybe I should get some little mouse traps instead of using that big one. Mirrors are adjusted for my big jacket, not my little one. Someone was asking about the weather. I said no, that big jacket I wear for my work commute is fully waterproof, and because it's one of those padded, big work fluorescent jackets with a wadding in, it just buffets the wind away so I don't get affected by wind. Another ambulance. See, look at this. One going one way, one going another. What's going on? That's why you can't get an ambulance, people have rung them in the past, haven't they? And not one available for ages. And people have died waiting for bloody ambulances. Now then, have they left a gap where that street is? Oh, they're going down there. Yes, they've left a gap. It's not someone at Europa, is it? That's where I'm going, up that street. See, conservatories. Plastic roof. Upgrade to a glass roof. These two are going a bit too fast. Thank you. Well, here we are. As I expected, no, not in stock. I said, well, can you take my number and tell me when they are in stock? No, my rush, it's only to cover my kitchen cupboards. And I've not made a start yet with those 3 rolls because of that very problem. If you make a start, then you can't get any. And you go elsewhere, it'll be a different shade, won't it? A gust of wind just blew my gloves off, and my glasses, luckily they're plastic lenses so they haven't broken. I probably just added yet another scratch to them. I made a mistake of getting plastic lenses because they were only 60 quid and glass ones would have been 150, but I can put an anti-scratch layer on, that's an extra tenner. Yeah, go on then. And of course it hasn't worked, it's bullshit, isn't it? No such thing as an anti-scratch layer, they scratch like hell. Thank you, Mavis. Thank you, thank you. Right, oh gosh, down here. Should I clean my bike or leave it till tomorrow? It shouldn't need salt cleaning off because of all the rain yesterday. I'll see if I can include a little compilation from the rainy week. Another bloody ambulance. What's going on? Is there a football match on? 4:10. Maybe Blackburn Rovers are playing some hooligans and everyone's getting a kicking. That surprised me. It's a funny little street up there, isn't it? Yeah, up there is on the way to Queen's Park. I think I'll have a look in summer. Queen's Park. I might have a day out in Blackburn, go to Queen's Park then a couple of beers in town, and go have a look at Corporation Park and see if there's anything worth filming, pretty flower beds and things. Might be a forest, must be like a forest walk or something. Not, like I said, I've not been for 50 years. I was bred and buttered in Blackburn. Yeah, work, outlet. So I get my size 15 boots for work. Is it still shut? Imagine a fast food joint closing down. Yeah, for sale. Frankie and Benny's. Did they go bust or did they just close this branch here, I wonder? Oh, I've got a cafe upstairs, have they? That's where I got my fluffy rug last winter. Because I got a better one off eBay, the fluffy rug is now upstairs on a 2-seater. It's to tickle me fancy. Can still turn up here, I hope. In, yeah, it says in. Thank you. Yeah, so they have to stop there, don't they? I thought they made it one way or something. Costa Coffee next, Boots, TK Maxx. Thank you. Oh, I've got a space, that's handy. It's designed for bikes, you could put a chain around that lamppost. To look at watches, you go on the jewellery counter. Oh, you have to faff around, I want to try it on first. Oh, it's already on. I made the mistake last summer when I was going to Liverpool to see Paul McCartney of getting a Sekonda watch, not trying it on. And when I was putting it on, it was too tight. It stopped the bloody blood in my wrist. The bloody blood. No, it was hurting my wrist. And I still have that. I suppose if I lost weight, it might fit again. Right, watch, it's a choice of two. Well, I went for the cheaper option. I was looking at the other one. 10-year battery, but it's a digital display, whereas this is a dual display, and it's stainless steel, you know, chrome with a black face. So I'll sort of go with that bike chain bracelet I have, which I wear in summer. $24.99. Yeah, some people get expensive watches, don't they? Why? I used to work with a chap that had a Tagua, £500, and he got pinched in a burglary. I said, £500? He said, it just tells the bloody time, doesn't it? Well, it's a Tagua. I said, yeah, that means day hour in German. I said, do you keep the price tag on and dangle it around in pubs to impress birds? Like them footballers have 50-gram watches, don't they? And then you get mugged at 9 for them in London. Right turn, Clyde. Gonna pour down again, I think. Last week's little outing ended up in a downpour. I was looking at that railway yard there, cobble railway yard. I know, I'm not going to do any more time travels, I've run out anyway. I got the last batch of postcards this week actually, 4 postcards. I'm not going to get any more, and I've gave a couple of books away. Old Blackburn in pictures, which were only £2 each. I gave my mate at work one and my auntie. And I still have 3 left. Ah, Taste of India. Restaurant and takeaway. Is it open though? I could have gone there for a meal, couldn't I? When I was on the... Instead of a post load around the corner, I could have gone there. Oh well. Next time on Early's. In fact, this coming Friday I might have a look in there if it's open. And we get paid on Friday. I'm minus £250 something at the moment. Wheatsheaf Hotel. You're waiting, Albert. You can wait it right. One of the postcards was of this technical school here. Oh, there's a concert on. But it's hardly changed, so I thought, what's the point of doing a time travel pic if it's hardly changed? Yeah, who's on tonight? Someone famous. Kiefer, Boys Like Boys Life. Oh, never mind. Not Paul McCartney, is it? So I'm not interested. Bradford Station Clock. 1890. Bought in 1984 for the people of Blackburn. Look at that, eating at the wheel. Are they meant to do that? Oh, I cannot help eating samosa. I think I'll go on via the park actually. I'll have a look at the park. Just to get an idea of the size of it. Ready for my summer outing. Look at them. They can't wait to budge. Oh, that's turning. Well, I'm on the left, aren't I? Yeah, I suppose. Kensington Place. Yeah, taxi driver last time I was out on the beer. Oh, very good restaurant called Kebabish. I said, you what? Kebabish. Up there on Wally Range. I said, oh, Kebabish. Doesn't sound very like a posh restaurant. Like the Dil Raj in Clitheroe. Kebabish. Oh, the proper food where all Asians go. I said, oh, well, I might check it out. I also wanted to go up here. I'm wondering if there's still a church. Why would you demolish a church with a steeple? Because that's on the old postcards. Are you bored yet? Yeah, I wanted to check out the walking distance from the town centre of the park. I don't want to go mad. The gentleman's workshop. You can hi-fi. Oh, fish and chips. Fish and chips. No pubs, is there? Blackburn School of Music. Oh, and this is the entrance. It's on all the postcards. So I'll turn up there then. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Nice edifice. Thank you, Albert. Oh, is that the more? Yeah, Fountain and War Memorial. I've seen that on a few postcards. But how big is the actual park? We shall see. Looks quite hilly. Tennis court with hooligans kicking a football about. Paths. Is that it? Looks like it, doesn't it? Oh, that's the old conservatory. Can't go in. Italian Gardens, Lakes, Remembrance Garden, West Point Lodge. Main entrance. Cascade Fountain, Garden Remembrance. 18 hectare, it opened in 1857. Hmm. 1772. Oh. The lake is built around what was originally the town's reservoir from 1772. Oh. No fouling, no fishing, no horses, no motor vehicles, no motorbikes, quads or go-peds. Well, I'm glad it's still open. Very lovely summer, won't it? I shall return. I'll go back up there. I want to look at this Indian restaurant. It's nice and ornate, isn't it? Wellington Street, St John's. I used to insure my motorbike up here. And the chap who ran the insurance place was a rugby fan who knew Alan Bezic, who I was on the radio to the other week. Hey, they look tall. Let's have a look at them. Oh, dead end, marvellous. They're all buildings, aren't they? There's a sign on that, if that is a pub, saying Tootsies. What's all that about? Coffee shop and ice cream parlour. Oh well. Let's have a look up here. Does this lead to Mellor, I wonder? Yep, spread eagle.